Jason's shocked reaction when Travis talks about Taylor Swift and Dad Ed Kelce on Easter on podcast. On Tuesday, April 22, the Kelce brothers brought New Heights back from Easter break with a special extended podcast episode, starting with Jason Kelce's familiar chuckle over the mic. "Bro, this past week has been like a movie, no, a family sitcom," Jason laughed, throwing his head back, eyes still alight with the excitement of an unforgettable holiday. "And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I watched Taylor Swift get her Easter egg breakfast from our dad Ed Kelce," he said, emphasizing each word as if reciting a legend. Travis Kelce, in a gray hoodie and a beaming face, nodded in agreement from the other side of the screen, eyes still alight with affection. "No kidding, bro." Taylor looked at my old man like he was watching a character from Yellowstone. Dad just walked in with a colorful Hawaiian shirt, a plate of hot dogs, and looked straight at Taylor. "Baby, do you eat egg yolks?" Travis laughed, causing Jason to slam his hand on the table. "That guy is a living legend," Jason laughed, but the fact that he wore a flamingo shirt and a Chiefs necklace to introduce Taylor was the height of Easter fashion. Travis couldn't stop laughing. And you know what? Taylor didn't freak out. She just nodded, smiled, and said, "Yeah, I like yolks, uncle," which made my dad glow all day. Bro, he couldn't stop talking about it. He was like, "That girl knows that egg yolks are the essence of Easter, honey." Jason chuckled and shook his head. "I bet he even told me about how he won an egg-tossing tournament in 9th grade, right?" "Of course." Travis almost screamed, "and he told me about throwing eggs from the backyard to the other side of the wall, which is obviously a distance that can be shortened with age." Taylor listened to it like she was listening to an NFL legend. Jason clapped his hands together. "I told you, that old man knows how to steal the spotlight better than his own son." Travis laughed in agreement. "And you know what's crazy? After breakfast, Taylor asked my dad to go for a walk in the yard. And guess what? My dad pulled out his phone, an old flip phone, and said to Taylor, 'Can you show me how to reset my ringtone? I want Shake It Off.'" Jason gasped, then put his head down on the table in laughter. "No, don't tell me she actually did it. She actually did it." Travis almost shouted. "She took the phone, sat next to my dad on the bench, set it up with one hand, patted him on the shoulder with the other, and 3 minutes later, that Nokia rang with Taylor's voice, 'Shake it off, shake it off.'" Jason closed his eyes, laughing as if his stomach hurt. "I can't take it anymore. It was the greatest moment in Kelce history." Travis continued, "And then at noon, when everyone was gathered on the back porch for lunch, my dad stood up, beer in hand, and said, 'My son may have played in the Super Bowl, but Taylor Swift is the MVP of this Easter.'" Jason pounded his chest as if genuinely moved. "I was about to cry, bro. For the first time in my life, I saw my dad feel truly connected to someone that wasn't football or beer. And he called Taylor his strategic partner." Travis grinned, his eyes slightly misty. "That was the moment I knew everything was okay. When my dad, who used to wince at love story, was now using it as his ringback tone." Jason was still puzzled, his hand on his cheek. "Holy shit, and how did Taylor react when he told the story about how he almost got picked for a rock band in the 70s? Travis leaned into the microphone, whispering. "She asked, 'Do you have a demo?'" And both brothers burst out laughing again, as if nothing could keep them from laughing. Jason took a deep breath and readjusted his posture. "Look, whether it's a joke or not, I have to admit, seeing Taylor integrate into our family, with the grumpy old man, the noisy siblings, the kids running around, and still keeping that gentle smile, I understand why you love her." Travis paused for a moment, then nodded, his voice dropping. "She's not trying to show off. She's just there, being herself. Not Taylor Swift the pop star. Taylor the sweet, funny, listening, loving girlfriend." Jason smiled, his eyes shining with sincerity. "I've never seen my brother this happy. And I'm sure Dad does too." Travis chuckled. "Dad even told me, if you don't keep her, don't come home." Jason threw back his head and laughed. "That's Ed." The laughter gave way to a warm silence as the brothers reminisced about the emotional holiday, where Easter eggs, old phones, lunches in the garden, and family bonds became the foundation for new relationships to be forged, Travis said slowly, and you know, watching my dad and Taylor sitting together laughing, it was clear to me, family isn't just where you're born. It's where the people you love are welcomed. Jason nodded, his eyes shining with sympathy. Bro, this episode should be called Taylor and Ed, an Unexpected Romance. Or at least Eggs and Shake It Off. Take your pick. They were both great, Travis laughed. Just don't change the ringtone to Bad Blood if I do anything wrong. Laughter rang out again, the sound of hands slapping the table, the familiar sound that closed out a long, but emotional podcast episode, where the two men talked not only about the holiday, but also about bonding, growing up, and how love, no matter how unexpected, can make a family burst into laughter. Amid a lack of real-time updates on the life of Travis Kelce, fans have dug deep into the archives and found a hilarious old tweet of the NFL legend celebrating Easter. Kelce and his superstar girlfriend Taylor Swift are keeping a low profile amid some downtime in their busy schedules, and it is not known where they are celebrating Easter this year. Many have speculated that they are likely to be in Philadelphia with his brother Jason having recently welcomed a new baby to the family, but they appear to be working hard to keep their whereabouts under wraps. That has led to fans getting their Kelce fix in the only way they know how, trawling through the archives to find an old tweet celebrating the holiday. Way back in 2010, a then 20-year-old Kelce, 2 years into his college career with Cincinnati, posted, "Happy Easter to all. Shout out to Jesus for talking one for the team." Haha. The message picked up 832 reposts, but the majority of those are recent, after the old post went viral on Easter Sunday of 2025, a full 15 years after it was first shared. The viral Kelce tweet comes just days after the Kansas City Chiefs came under fire for a survey posted online by the creators of his popular New Heights podcast. In the questionnaire, several fans were asked that included references to Kelce's girlfriend Swift, and her fans accused the Chief star of pathetic clout chasing and branded the survey insane. Listeners were asked, for example, to select up to 3 reasons why they started listening to New Heights. Among the options are, I was drawn to the football-specific commentary and analysis of games, and I was drawn to the Kelce family dynamic, but there are also several statements related to Kelce's girlfriend, including, I was drawn to the prospect of hearing details and clues about Taylor Swift's life and her relationship with Travis. Another option read, I like feeling like a part of the community that supports Taylor's happiness outside of her music. Many of the singer's fans hit out at the mentions of Swift in the survey. This is so ing gross, one said, this is going to be so embarrassing. Why would they do this, another asked. I've never seen more pathetic clout chasing, Travis, added a third. Why did you let Wondery ask about Taylor in relation to your podcast? Another asked, the questions about Taylor and their relationship are so weird and gross, what's the goal here? NFL reporter Erin Andrews and her husband Jarrett Stoll attended Taylor Swift's Eras tour. The couple had a nice setup at the show, thanks to the generosity of Swift and her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. For a 3.5-hour concert, it went by in an hour, basically. It seemed like an hour. We had a good setup, Stoll said on the April 16 episode of the Calm Down podcast. Andrews and Stoll got the VIP treatment at the show, and they were grateful for it. Shout out to Travis and Taylor for hooking us up in the tent, Stoll added. Andrews and Stoll seem to be building a strong friendship with Swift and Kelce. In fact, when Swift and Kelce were vacationing in Montana earlier this year, they met up with Andrews. According to Page 6. A source told the outlet that Andrews joined Swift and Kelce for dinner at the Auric Room. Erin is close friends with Taylor and Travis even jokingly credits Erin with encouraging Taylor to date him.